Previously, on everlasting Shenjiu, Divine Wine heroine rehearsals have commenced, but not without drama, as Gekijo Kumite competitor Marisol Saiga clashed with fellow competitor Johnny Lunette. Marisol's unusual behavior and obsession with Henry Tian, who secretly posed as Seiyu the dancer and has been avoiding contact with her, concerned Maltia Kamiyama, who feels that Marisol's behavior threatens the quality of the production and the Gekijo Kumite tournament. To have Marisol's focus off Henry, Maltia veered it onto Rao Singha, and after learning that Rao aided Kat's victory over her, Marisol angrily challenged Rao to a fight, which Rao agreed to in order to help Marisol regain focus. It is February 21st, 11:25 p.m., Pacini Grand Hotel. After meeting with Maltia and Marisol, Rao returned to the hotel and hung out with Kat and Fenghua on the balcony, while Grace was asleep on her bed. Rao went on to explain to the ladies what transpired.
So, let me get this straight. Marisol is depressed that Seiyu the dancer hasn't contacted her for days. Maltia is concerned that Marisol's behavior would ruin her play, and she wants you to fix it because you helped me beat her while embarrassing her in the process. And then, when Marisol found out that you helped me beat her, she challenged you to a fight?
Yep. And if I don't help Marisol get her shit together, Maltia will never unlock my gourd, and you and Grace will be disqualified from winning the prize money. So, I've accepted Marisol's challenge. I'll be meeting with them tomorrow morning to settle everything.
Jeez, it's not our problem that Seiyu or whoever he is behind the mask isn't contacting Marisol.
Rao didn't reveal to Kat that Henry was Seiyu the dancer.
There must be another way of handling this. Can we help?
I think Maltia will prefer that Marisol and I settle it one-on-one and leave the rest of the cast out of this. Marisol and I are Boricua.
Boricua?
Yes. Another word for us Puerto Ricans. Boricua is a term from Boriquen, Puerto Rico's former name. There's a chemistry between two Boricuas that just works. And since we are the only Boricuas in the cast, it's best that I settle things with Marisol personally within the Island of Enchantment.
I can understand. I don't know Marisol well, but I can sense her sadness. I do hope she's okay.
I expect Marisol to be a hassle, but I'll see to it that things will be okay at the end. But I do want you to help me with one thing.
Of course. How can I help?
Tomorrow morning at 11:30, create a thunderstorm throughout Puerto Rico and let it last until noon.
Okay. Thunderstorm at 11:30. Count on me, Rao Sensheng.
Why do you want a thunderstorm?
All part of my solution.
Rao spots Grace sleeping.
You ladies trained hard today.
You bet. We boxed, we wrestled, we even butt battled in the morning.
And I assume you won every time.
Oh, I don't want to brag, but yeah.
I see what you did there, Kat. Think you're so cheeky, huh?
I know I'm very cheeky, Rao. Okay. All kidding aside, while you and Fenghua had your costume fitting, Grace and I played Crazy Super Dance, and I understand why that game is Grace's advantage because she is very good at that game. I nearly fell over from exhaustion.
On the bright side, if you and Grace end up facing each other in the tournament, it's gonna be a win for Gekidan Rao either way, and a step closer to winning the prize money.
Plus, I'll be earning money for playing the Divine Wine heroine. All for the mission to restore Yishu Village.
Yeah, I remember my first visit to the village with Henry. How vibrant it was. We're gonna make it better than ever, Fenghua.
Speaking of Henry, have you been in touch with him recently?
I haven't been in contact with him for a while. I did shoot him a text and left him a voice message to see how he was doing, but I haven't heard from him.
If you do manage to get a hold of him, tell him Rao Singha would like to have a word with him.
The next day, February 22nd, 2020, 8:30 a.m., Pacini Island train station. Rao and Marisol meet Maltia, who is holding a drink in her hand. As they stand near an empty train, Maltia immediately notices that Marisol has her phone in her hand.
Buenos dias to you both. You two have agreed to settle your differences, so I expect everything to be settled by tonight. The Bikini Island train station has trains that will not only take you to San Juan, but also to various areas in Puerto Rico. At Rao's request, Baco made special arrangements for this train to take you two to the fishing village of La Paguera in Lajas.
Lajas? Why there?
I have my reasons.
Like what, Rao?
There will be surveillance drones in the area, meaning I will be watching. And Marisol, your phone. Hand it over.
But, Maltia-sama, I need my phone.
For this trip, you do not. Hand it over now or risk expulsion.
Marisol begrudgingly hands her phone to Maltia as she puts it in her pocket.
Do not pout, Marisol. You will get it back once you return.
Rao sees Maltia's drink.
Maltia, is that coquito you're drinking?
Ah, you noticed. Quite delicioso this drink is. Such richness in the coconut. Adding rum to it creates such an exquisite taste. I'm thinking of selling this drink for the winery.
Seeing you drink coquito in the morning, I feel you're becoming more Puerto Rican by the minute, La Maltia.
Well, anyhow, it's time for you two to board the train. Now go on and enjoy the ride.
Ladies first.
Marisol enters first. Rao looks at Maltia before following Marisol inside. The door closes behind them as the train begins its destination. Rao and Marisol were the only passengers on the train, as both are seated separately. The train travels through underwater, as Rao could see the various fish and marine life passing, as if traveling through another universe. The sight impressed Rao, and he could see that even for just a moment, it caught Marisol's interest.
I see that the fishes are catching your attention, Mari.
Don't call me Mari, mago pendejo.
Should I call you loser instead?
¿Qué?
The past is the past. Don't take it too personally that I helped Cap beat you.
Marisol immediately stood up, approaching Rao and preparing to fight.
You did more than that! You embarrassed me in front of Seryu and the entire Gekidan Kamiyama! Maldito mago, ¿quién tú crees tú eres? Nunca en mi vida me
Pero
había
cálmate,
noqueado el trasero
Mari.
de alguien. Y por tu culpa, Rao, por tu culpa.
Solamente estoy
Levántate
diciendo que
ahora
tú no
y vamos a
tienes que
pelear.
guardar el odio.
Enough!
Rao and Marisol stopped as they saw a light blinking from the surveillance camera.
Behave yourselves, both of you. Remember, I am watching.
Rao simply stared at Marisol as Marisol took a deep breath before sitting back down.
Tienes suerte, Rao. You are lucky Maltia-sama is watching.
Spanish or English? Choose a language.
あんたの顔、殴っててもあるんだけど、
Oh, Japanese now. Okay.
セイリュこそ私とここにいるべきなの。あんたじゃなくて。
セリはいないけど、俺はここにいるぜ。
Marisol looked at Rao, slightly surprised.
びっくりした? Surprised? Didn't think I can speak Japanese, huh? You said that Seryu should be here with you. Obviously, he's not. I'm here.
Just shut up, Rao.
Marisol focused her sights on the window to see the various fishes passing by, while Rao simply smiled, doing the same. The train traveled towards the south coast of Puerto Rico and arrived in La Paguera in Lajas at 11:15 a.m. as Rao and Marisol disembarked. Once they reach outside, Rao could see Maltia's drone hovering above a wrestling ring at the beach.
Here we are, Mari, La Parguera, the place where we shall battle.
As Rao speaks, Marisol immediately grabs a flask and a lighter from her waistband. She takes a swig from the flask, and then she turns on the lighter.
Whoa!
A huge blast of fire aimed at Rao. Rao dodges in time as Marisol, with a flask and lighter in hand, menacingly goes after him.
You're not going to perform in Divine Wine Heroine once I get through with you, cabron.
Marisol takes another swig and creates another fire blast, aiming towards Rao, but misses as Rao teleports inside the ring.
You won't escape me, mago pendejo!
But to Rao's surprise, Marisol quickly spots him and dashes towards Rao as she jumps into the ring and tries to burn him, but again misses.
Wow, Mari. You're able to spot me. You have sharp senses.
Rao teleports again, and Marisol catches him. But before Marisol delivers another fire blast, Rao kicks the lighter out of Marisol's hands. But as he did so, Marisol can see Rao in slow motion. Finding an opening, and with nearly godlike speed, Marisol manages to land a body shot, which pushes Rao back. As Marisol finishes drinking her flask, she quickly dashes and delivers a flurry of body shots. Rao blocks before Marisol delivers a very quick straight right, which successfully lands on Rao's face, knocking off Rao's sunglasses.
Take that, Rao.
Pretty good. No mistake why you were one of the best pound-for-pound boxers on the planet. But that flask, you drank Shenjiu, so I'll drink Shenjiu.
As Rao composed himself, he took his jacket off and placed it under the ring. He grabs his necklace, containing Shenjiu and drinks.
Refreshing.
Rao then checked his watch. It is 11:29 a.m.
Mari, there was an interview you were in after you won your first world title. In that interview, you mentioned that you went to Colombia to improve your footwork. So you learned the Colombian dance styles of mapale and joropo to help you. Mapale helps your lower body to become explosive and powerful, while joropo increases rhythm and speed in your footwork. During a training session in Barranquilla, you were in a rainstorm. In that rainstorm, you added your punches with footwork, combining rhythm, elegance, speed, and power. While making it look like a rhythmic, elegant dance, you destroyed a tree with your fast punching power. That's where you created the final torrent. You remember?
You've done your research.
Suddenly, it started raining. Marisol notices this with curiosity, and then thunder.
Rain. Did you know that the scent of rain boosts your serotonin and decreases stress? Something you need. So, let's fight in the rain. If I take you down to the canvas, this fight's over.
Take me down? The fight will be over when you fall before my feet.
Then show me the final torrent.
You don't know what you're asking.
I'm not asking. I'm telling you.
Rao bounces up and down as he dances.
Need more.
Rao quickly teleports and a flurry of jabs is delivered upon Marisol as she blocks and dodges.
What the? Don't you mock me! Ritmo!
Marisol delivers her own flurry as Rao dodges and parries them.
I feel your rhythm. Let's dance, Diosa!
And then they exchange rapid punches as they become synchronized.
Elegancia! Velocidad! Poder! Potente! Fidel!
As Rao and Marisol deliver their right cross at the same time, Rao quickly swayed back to duck Marisol's right and delivers a sharp uppercut, cutting through Marisol's headband, surprising Marisol before Rao grabs and judo throws her to pin her down to the ground.
Fight's over.
I hate you, Rao! I hate you! Te odio! Te odio! Te odio!
As soon as Marisol stares into Rao's eyes, she becomes calm as the rain continues to fall. Then, the rain ceases, as the sun begins to shine. As both continue to stare at each other, Marisol's stomach is growling, making her blush in embarrassment.
It's lunchtime! Vamos a comer, buddy. I hear there's a good Puerto Rican Chinese food truck nearby.
Rao helps Marisol up as he walks over to grab his jacket and a towel under the ring as he dries himself off. He grabbed another towel and tossed it to Marisol. Marisol stared at Rao for a moment before drying herself off. Rao puts on his jacket and magically conjures new sunglasses.
Ready?
Marisol doesn't say a word, but walks over to Rao as they both head out of the area. At 12:30 p.m., Rao and Marisol eat at a picnic table outside a food truck that serves Puerto Rican and Chinese cuisine. Both are eating a crab-fried rice with a side of mofongo. As they ate, Rao could see Marisol staring at him.
Why, Rao? I've picked a fight with you. I've threatened you. I've called you a mago pendejo. I tried to burn you alive.
Yeah, you're absolutely loca for that.
After all I did to you, you treated me with kindness. Why?
I know we've argued, but believe it or not, I admired you.
You admire me?
I've watched your fights for years. Beautiful. Gifted. Strong. Highly skilled. High boxing IQ. It's great to see a fellow Boricua do good. But honestly, I'm not sure about the Marisol Saiga I'm seeing now.
Rao reached for his phone and showed Marisol a picture of herself when she was younger, striking a boxing pose, wearing braids, wearing a tank top of a Japanese flag, trunks representing the Puerto Rican flag with her name, Marisol, on the waistband.
You remember this woman? This woman was in the prime of her career, ready to win the world title, and destroyed her opponents with power, technique, and self-confidence. Plus, she dances a mean salsa. I want to see this dragon goddess back in the tournament. That's the goddess I admire. And I know that goddess is still in you.
Oh, look at me. I was so young.
I don't know what Henry's deal is, but you need to move on from him. You're losing your sanity and self-respect over this guy. You're better than that.
You knew Henry was Seiyu?
Yeah, I knew Henry was Seiyu the dancer. Maltia told me last night.
Love is addicting, Rao. I've never experienced the love that I had with Henry, until I retired. Yeah, I've dealt with many punches in my career, but none of them hurt like getting heartbroken, confused, ghosted. No, I won't cry. I won't cry. How's your meal?
Delicioso. Yours?
The same.
Piragua! Piragua! $3 por piragua!
Rao and Marisol spot a vendor selling flavored shaved ice called piragua.
Piragua! I loved piragua when I was a kid. Orange flavor is my favorite. Hey, Mari, want some piragua?
No, thank you, Rao.
Well, I want some. Oye, piragüero! Piragua, por favor.
Claro. Yo tengo banana, papaya, coco, china.
Dame china.
$3. Disfruta, señor.
China! Ay, muy bien.
Ay, Dios mío.
Qué rico, Así.
Oye, ¿tú eres Marisol Saiga?
Yes, I'm Marisol Saiga.
Yo lo sabía, the boxing champion. I used to watch your fights. I loved it when you did the torrente final.
Cool move, huh?
Yo, claro que sí. When are you fighting next?
I'm retired.
You're tired. Looks like you're ready to fight right now.
Hey, you like watching kung fu films?
Hey, I like to watch Jackie Chan movies.
Want to see some kung fu action in person?
In person?
In vivo, live. A play and a martial arts tournament. You must be noticing what's going on in the news. Gekidan Kamiyama's in town to put on a show at La Gran Pacini Theater in Pacini Island. The show is called Divine Wine Heroine. Marisol and I are going to be performing. She's gonna come out of retirement and she's gonna fight.
Suddenly, a plane flies through Lajas, and out of it are flyers falling to the ground. Rao, Marisol, and the Piraguero grab the flyer, which is of Fenghua posing in flight, and the faces of Rao, Marisol, and the other female competitors, with the big, bold words, Divine Wine Heroine, blazed across along with Gekijo Kumite.
Ah, Divine Wine Heroine. See, I heard about that in the news. With the flying castle? Hacho.
Hacho indeed. I'm Rao Singha, and I'll be performing in Divine Wine Heroine and also host the Gekijo Kumite tournament. We open on March 6th. Come see the show.
This looks very interesting, Rao. If it wasn't for Baco Pacini, may not make it. But now that his trains are built, I can travel to Pacini Island with no issues. I'll be there. Gracias.
De nada, pana.
Rao and Marisol wave goodbye as the vendor leaves.
Pana. I haven't said that in a long time.
The story of you winning the everlasting Shenjiu from the 8 immortals sounds like a fairy tale.
It's no fairy tale. Did Henry tell you how he was cured?
Yes. I still resent that Henry has feelings for that gata pendeja. Even though what she did was noble.
Marisol, you gotta let go of the resentment. There are other men who are more worthy of you.
No. I've had it with men. I hate feeling like a fool. If I see Henry again, I'll destroy him for ghosting me.
It's better to channel all that anger into your training and focus on the tournament.
I know. I've been behind on my training.
I'll spar with you.
What?
You're behind, and opening night is around the corner. Puerto Rico deserves to see the best dragon goddess.
This is a contest, Rao. Why do you wish to help me? What about Kat and Grace?
Don't get me wrong. I want my ladies to win. This is not only a contest, but also a show. And I want to see everyone do their best to give a good show. When it comes to the tournament, all I can do is watch. And so will Puerto Rico and the world. Now let's go.
For the next few hours, Rao and Marisol got to know each other more as they returned to La Peguera and sparred in a variety of match types. A Syrian match, an arm wrestling match, a pro wrestling match, a karate match, and surprisingly, a butt battle. At 10:30 p.m., Rao and Marisol relaxed as they sat in the ring. Rao pours a drink from a bottle into 2 cups, giving one to Marisol.
Try this drink.
What is it?
It's Shenjiu, a mix with coquito. I call it Shenkito.
Shenkito? I haven't drank coquito in a long time, but mixed with Shenjiu.
Marisol tries the drink.
Wow! ¡Qué rico!
I know you like it.
Rao and Marisol noticed the glowing blue bioluminescent bay.
The bioluminescent bay. Oh, reminds me of the firefly squid at Toyama Bay in Japan.
Firefly squid?
Yeah, and they're edible too. I used to gather them up during the spring when they arrive on shore. Oh, they're very delicious.
Oh, I love to try it sometime. Hey, wanna see a magic trick?
Sure, Rao. What magic trick does the Mago Pendejo have?
A magic trick that I honestly haven't tried in years, but wanted to do. That's why we're here in Lajas.
That's the reason? To do a magic trick?
Yep. Just watch.
Rao walked over to the shore on top of the glowing water.
Canta.
The sound of koki frogs grew louder.
Baila.
The water beneath Rao swirls.
Vuela.
The plankton lights levitate upward.
Hiya.
And Rao makes a fist as it shines.
Shen. Body Ken.
With great power, Rao throws his fist up in the air. Marisol couldn't believe her eyes as she saw gigantic blue energy in the shape of Rao's fist flying in the night sky, before it explodes beautifully like a majestic firework.
Wow! What was that, Rao?
I've originally called it Bioluminescent Holy Fist, but I wanted a unique name. So I call it Shen Boriken.
Shen Boriken.
Shen, meaning divine in Chinese. Bori, short for Boricua. Ken, in Japanese, means fist. Shen Boriken.
Ah, Boriken happens to be Puerto Rico's former name. And it feels powerful, like the spirit of Boriken.
Yes. So, wanna try it?
Can I?
Sure! You have the blood of Boriken in you. You have the fighting spirit. The plankton responds to your aura. Be one with the bay, and say the magic words to build energy. Go ahead.
Marisol walked over to the shore on top of the glowing water.
Concentrate, and repeat after me. Canta.
Canta.
Baila.
Baila.
Vuela.
Vuela.
Brilla.
Brilla.
Shen. Boriken.
Shen. Boriken!
Marisol throws her fist in the air as the energy in the shape of her fist appears. Though not as big as Rao's, it was enough to impress.
Wepa! I knew you had it in you.
Oh.
Marisol begins to faint, but before she could fall, Rao catches her.
Ah! Whoa!
That was awesome, Rao.
I think now is a good time to go back to Pachini Island. Vamos.
Rao and Marisol ride the train back to Pachini Island. Unlike earlier in the day, both Rao and Marisol sat together as they look at the magical bioluminescent marine life passing by.
Rao,
Yeah, Mari.
you are still a mago pendejo. But a strong one. And a kind one.
Marisol closed her eyes. Then suddenly, Marisol rests her head on Rao's shoulder. Rao was surprised by this, but realizing her exhaustion, he lets her be. Rao simply looked on, silently with the bioluminescent fish passing by. Rao guides Marisol to castle ship Kamiyama.
Rao, thank you for reminding me who I am. But I'm knocking you out the next time we fight. I'll train even harder to beat you.
Focus on yourself and train for the tournament first. Then perhaps afterwards, we can have our rematch.
Prométeme, Rao. Promise me that we will have our rematch.
As long as you don't try to burn me next time. It's a promise.
I'm the dragon goddess of boxing. I'll burn you with my fighting spirit.
Rao and Marisol look at each other, and they smiled.
Buena noche, Marisol Saiga.
Buenas noches, Rao Singha.
Marisol walks away towards the castle ship entrance.
Mari!
Marisol turns around.
Wepa!
Marisol smiled.
Wepa!
On February 22nd, 2020, the eternal friendship and rivalry between Rao Singha and Marisol Saiga was born. The next day, the fighting spirit of Marisol Saiga rekindled as she sparred with Haruna at a beach near castle ship Kamiyama. To Haruna's surprise, Marisol is using not only boxing, but a variety of attacks including kicks and even throws which she learned from Rao.
Wow, Mari-chan, you have so much energy today. I have never seen you throw kicks.
You're even attacking with your hips.
Since I may have to engage in a butt battle with that gata pendeja, I might as well utilize it now if I want to improve my chances at winning the prize money.
Does that mean you won't think about Seiru anymore?
Forget about Seiru, Haru-chan. I have new goals that I want to focus on.
New goals?
To become stronger and one day defeat Rao Singha. But first, I'm going to win the tournament, and no one is getting in my way. Not even you, Haru-chan.
As they continue sparring, a drone overlooks them. From the castle ship Kamiyama, Maltia looks on at the spar with a pleased look on her face as she drinks a glass of coquito.
You sure have a way with the ladies, Rao Singha.
On February 24th, 2020, 7 p.m., the cast of Divine Wine Heroine are gathered at La Grande Pacini Theater to begin another night of rehearsal. However,
Before we start rehearsal, I have some distressing news to deliver. Hina?
Hina enters wearing her kimono with a bottle of coquito.
Hello, everyone. I must resign from my position as stage manager for Divine Wine Heroine. I know it's sudden, but we had a serious incident back in Japan where my protege managing Kamiyama Winery has passed away. So, I'll be leaving Puerto Rico tonight and return to Japan to manage the winery. I wanted to say goodbye to all of you before I leave. I'm sorry I couldn't commit to the run, but I'll be rooting for all of you in spirit.
Hina, you have done a beautiful job of helping me develop my project. Your work is not forgotten. Thank you for your service.
It's my honor, Maltia-sama. I enjoyed my time in Puerto Rico while it lasted. At least I'll bring a souvenir with me with this bottle of coquito.
Yes. Now off you go. The winery needs you.
Break legs, everyone. Figuratively and literally.
Hina bows to the cast and crew before exiting the stage.
It is unfortunate that Hina must leave us. However, we already have a replacement to fill the stage manager role. Enter the stage, Henry Tian.
To the shock of only Rao, Kat, and Marisol, Henry Tian enters the stage with a cheerful smile on his face.
Henry?
Hello, everyone. I'm Henry Tian. It will be my honor to fulfill the role of stage manager for Divine Wine Heroine.
Henry.
Say.
With Hina suddenly stepping down as stage manager, Henry Tian fills the role. How will his unexpected appearance affect the quality of the production? The unexpected turn of events continues as rehearsals leading to the opening night of Divine Wine Heroine will transpire. Next time on Everlasting Shenjiu.